Here are the top 15 life-changing scholarships for African students. In this video, I will share a list of 15 top scholarships for African students to study at African or foreign universities. I would include the details on levels, benefits, timelines, required documents, and links to read more and also apply. So some applications for the 2026 to 2027 academic year will be open later in 2025. So check out official websites for updates. Very important. If you just tuned in, just know that you are in the right place, a place where we would inform you about all updates in the world of scholarships. We are so sorry for the long break, but we're just trying to get more information we can share with you. So yeah, do well to subscribe, recommend this channel, and share, because this would be a turning point in someone's life. Be that change. So let's begin with the 15 life-changing scholarships for African students. Number 1. So we have the Chinese government scholarships. On the left of this screen, you can see the website there, but just know that this scholarship is open for master's and PhD students. So that's the level. Now the benefits include accommodation, basic health insurance, monthly allowance up to 3,500 yen, and the eligibility is for all African students. So if you're an African student, you qualify for this Chinese government scholarship. Now, this scholarship is for people who are interested in studying in China. So the host country is China. Now, the timeline, it's currently open, but the deadline is in September 30th, 2025. Now, the documents you need to apply for this scholarship is the application form, which definitely will be found on the website, the academic transcripts, recommendation letters, study plan, and passport copy. So if you check the description box, you would see the application link. So let's move on to the next scholarship. That is the Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program. Over the years, most of the videos we post is related to Mastercard Foundation. Now, you should know that this is a very large foundation that helps a lot of students in their educational terrain. So, this scholarship is actually open for undergraduate and graduate students, right? Now, the benefits include tuition, accommodation, books, and additional support. Now, these are the eligible countries: Ghana, South Africa, Kenya, Rwanda, Uganda, Benin, Ethiopia, and other countries. So do also check on their website to see the eligible countries. Now, if you want to study in partner universities in Ghana, South Africa, Arizona, Kenya, etc., then you can go ahead and apply for this scholarship. However, the timeline varies by institution. Now, some open for 2026. Example, the University of Western Cape, I think we did a video on that, McGill, and a lot of other scholarships, right? So you can all check this out on the website. Now, the documents you need include the application form, academic records, financial need proof, leadership essays, and much more. So please check in the description box below and you check out the link for the Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program. Now, the third one is the Vodacom BZI Program. Now, this is available for undergraduate students. The benefits include full coverage of study expenses, laptop, cell phone orientation, work exposure, and so much more. Now, the eligibility is only for South African students. So if you're in South Africa and you want a scholarship, then you could as well try out the Vodacom BZI Program with the link in our description box. Now, the documents you would need include the proof of enrollment, academic records, and financial need verification, so much more. Also, the timeline is open for 2026 intake currently. However, the deadline is August 31st, 2025. So, the fourth scholarship is the Rhodes East Africa Scholarship. Now, this scholarship is open for postgraduate students, that's master's or doctor in philosophy. Now, the benefits include full coverage, stipend, travel, and visa fees. Now, eligible countries include Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, South Africa, and Burundi. So, for study in the University of Oxford, UK, you can apply for the Rhodes East Africa Scholarship. That means that this scholarship will be hosted in the University of Oxford, UK. I hope you get that, right? Great. And the timeline currently open for 2026. However, the deadline is August 28th. 2025. Now, the documents you would need for this is the academic transcripts, references, personal statement, passport, etc. The application link, once again, is in the description box below. Moving on to the fifth scholarship is the Rhodes Kenya Scholarship. Now, this is specifically for only Kenyan students. That would make me say that the eligibility criteria is for only Kenyan students. However, this scholarship is often open for postgraduate students, that's masters or doctors of philosophy, and the benefits include full coverage, stipend, travel, and visa fees. This scholarship is for study in University of Oxford, UK. The documents required include the academic transcripts, references, personal statement, passport, and so much more. So check in the description box for the application link for the Rhodes Kenya scholarships. And for that matter, every scholarship we mention here, check the description box for the link. The sixth scholarship is the MEXT scholarship. I would say the MEX Scholarship. Now, the level for this scholarship is undergraduate, master's, PhD, and training levels. So if you're students in this level and you're interested in applying for the MEXT scholarship, you can go ahead and do that. But hold up, it's eligible for all African countries. Now, the benefits include tuition, accommodation, monthly allowance, and round airfare. Now, when we say round airfare, they mean your return and your coming into the country, right, of study will be taken care of. So that's round airfare. Now, for study, the scholarship is for study in Japan. So if you want to study in Japan, this is for you. Now, the timeline is assumed open for the 2026 intake for the University of Osaka till 1st September 2025. And the documents required include the application form, academic records, recommendation letters, health certificate, and so much more. Check out for the application link in the description box below. Now, we also have the SANRAL Scholarship Program. Now, you can read more about SANRAL, right? They have a lot to do with the construction of roads and all that. Not only that, but that's a little bit of information I have about SANRAL, so you could do more information about that. Now, if you're an undergraduate or postgraduate South African student, then you can go ahead and apply for the scholarship. That means the eligibility criteria is for only South African studies. Now, the host country is South Africa. The benefits include full or partial coverage of study expenses. Now, the timeline is currently open for 2026 intake and deadline is assumed in September 2025. Now, the documents you would require to make these applications include the proof of enrollment, academic records, and financial need verification. The eighth one is the ACU Routledge Roundtable Commonwealth Studentships Program. Now, the level is for PhD students. The benefits is up to 5,500 euros for research projects. However, the eligibility is for Commonwealth African countries, specifically Nigeria and Kenya. Now, it's for study in Commonwealth countries. The timeline is currently open. However, the deadline is July 31st, 2025. And the documents include your research proposal, academic transcripts, references, and CV. Coming up at 9th, we have the DAAD in-country or in-region scholarship program. Now, the level is Master's PhD. However, the benefits include tuition, monthly allowance, research support, and it's eligible for all sub-Saharan Africans. Yeah. So it will study in Sub-Saharan African dreamer. The timeline is expected to be open in summer 2025. The documents include academic transcripts, research proposal, references, and CV. We also have the 10th scholarship being the Fulbright Foreign Students Program. I believe you've heard about this a lot of times. It's currently open for master's and PhD students. The benefits include full tuition, living stipend, accommodation, airfare, and health insurance. Check out their page for more info. The eligible country include all African students through U.S. embassies. Now, this scholarship is for study in USA. Deadline varies by country, so you have to do well to check out their page to check the deadline for your specific country. Now, it's for study in USA, and the documents required include application form, academic transcripts, recommendation letters, and study plan. Okay, so the next scholarship we have is the Chevening Scholarship. Now, this scholarship is open to master's students. The benefits include full tuition, living allowance, return airfare, and additional grants. So the return airfare is just for you returning back to your home country. They are going to take care of the airfare. I mean the aeroplane transportation fare. In simple terms, right? They're just going to take care of you returning. But when you have to go there, you'd have to cater for it yourself. However, they also provide additional grants. Now, the eligibility or the eligible country is for all African countries. So all Africans are eligible for this scholarship. Now, it's for study in the UK. The application for the 2026-2027 academic year opens in November 2025. Now, the documents required include the application form, academic transcripts, references, and personal statement. Now, we also have the Gates Cambridge Scholarship coming up at number 12. Now, this scholarship is open for master's and PhD. The benefits include full coverage, stipend, health insurance, family allowance, and the eligible country include all African countries, and this scholarship is for study in the University of Cambridge, UK. The timeline is the application for 2026-2027 opens in September 2025. So just be on the lookout, check out the link, and stay in touch. The documents required include the application form, academic records, references, research proposal, and etc. Sometimes the good thing to do is to get your reference documents down if you really want to apply for a lot of scholarships, because most scholarships are going to ask you, most scholarship providing foundations would ask you to provide your reference. And if you don't have the reference, you have to always go around looking for reference. So I think if you're not getting any scholarship yet, or you've applied for numerous scholarships and you're still waiting to get confirmation, you can spend your time maybe building your CV or getting more references. That was just by the way. Let's put that all aside and get back to what we were talking about. The very 13th scholarship is the Erasmus Mundus Scholarship. Now, this scholarship is open for master's and PhD students. The benefits include full coverage, stipend, travel allowance, and the eligibility country include all African students depending on the program, and it's for study in Europe. So the timeline include applications for 2026-2027 open in October 2025. So check out the link and be on the lookout. The documents include application form, academic transcripts, motivation letter, and references again. references. Anyways, the 14th, last but not the least, scholarship is the Commonwealth Scholarship. Quite popular for what it actually is. The level include masters and PhD. The benefits: full coverage, stipend, and travel allowance. Eligibility countries include Commonwealth African countries, example Ghana, Togo, Nigeria, Kenya, etc., etc. And it's for study in the UK. The timeline: applications for 2026 to 2027 open in 2025, but the exact month, do that research on your own. The documents you would need include the application form, academic records, references, study plan, etc., etc. The 15th, and that for that matter, the final scholarship you're going to cover in this particular video is the Griffith University Research Scholarship. This is the graduate, postgraduate degree level scholarship, right? So if you're a graduate or postgraduate degree student, then this scholarship is for you. However, just make sure that you're coming from the sub-Saharan African country, because this scholarship is eligible for sub-Saharan African students, right? So the benefits include tuition fees, student services and amenities fees, overseas students health cover, and it is for study in Australia. The timeline: application opens till 13th October. And the academic transcripts, proof of African nationality, English proficiency, research proposal are part of the documents you would need to apply for the scholarship. Check out the application link in the description box for that matter. All the scholarships we have listed or spoken about in this video is found in the description box, so do well to just check them out and let us know in the comment section the one that stood out to you, and also give us ideas on topics you'd want G.W.O to talk about. Just know that G.W.O, we are for your success. Reach out to us via email scholarship25@gmail.com, and do well to check the description box for our contacts and follow our WhatsApp channel to get updates on scholarships and calls and other opportunities, guys. See you in the next video. Namaste. Bye. Did I just say namaste? Anyways, bye.